Joined by head coach Coquese Washington for a sit-down interview leading up to the 2012-13 season. Coach, you just got back from a trip overseas. You hit Italy and France. What was that experience like for the team?
It was an amazing experience. Only one of our players had ever been out of the United States before. None of us had ever been to Italy before. So being able to have this kind of trip and to see so many historical sites, Nikki Green in particular, is an art major. And to be able to see a lot of the things that she studied come live for her, and to see how it impacted her, going to the Sistine Chapel, touring the Vatican, walking through ancient Rome, seeing the Eiffel Tower. Some of those experiences were really amazing and impactful for all of us.
Let's talk about last season a little bit to wrap things up on the 11 and 12 campaign. Big Ten title, you reached the Sweet 16. You wanted to take that next step. Did you do that?
Absolutely. Being able to improve off of the previous year, which was a pretty good year for us. We finished second in the Big Ten. We made it to the NCAA tournament, made it to the second round. So in some of those tangible ways, we certainly improved. We took another step by winning the Big Ten regular season, getting to the Sweet 16, and playing against a UConn team that ultimately went on to the Final Four. Those were all big steps for us, big steps in the growth and the continued progress of our program. And we were really excited about the season that we had. A lot of the individual performances of our team, Maggie Lucas and Alex Bentley had, certainly some stellar performances. We had all 5 starters garner Big Ten awards at the end of the season. We were the only team in the Big Ten to accomplish that feat. So, we had some outstanding individual success, some great overall team success, and, we want to continue to build on that this year.
How did the team build on that over the summer? What did you see from the group? You got an opportunity to practice a little bit because of the foreign trip. What did you see individually from the team and then collectively as well?
Certainly a maturity. The bulk of the team now is juniors and seniors. And there is a maturity that I see with the team in terms of the focus, the effort, the energy that they bring to practice every day, that they bring to the weight room, that they bring to their eating habits. There's certainly a maturity now around the team about the things that you have to do to play at a championship level, the things that impact you in the off season, that allow you to play at a championship level in January and February when the chips are about to fall. So I definitely see an understanding and a maturity that we're ready to continue to move the program forward, and we're serious about doing so.
You have to be excited about the backcourt this fall with Maggie and Alex a year older, Dara on the floor after the year off. What are you excited about? What has you excited about that group?
Well, I love our guard group, and in addition to Maggie and Maggie and Alex, we have Ariel Edwards, who play a bigger role for us this year. You have Giselle Studevant, who's now a senior and playing, with much more confidence than she's ever played with. And then, when you add a player of Dara Taylor's magnitude to that group, it just kind of puts you over the top. I mean, she's going to bring a lot of positives to our backcourt. So I'm really excited about the way our backcourt is going to impact us this year.
Talk about inside. Candace, a lot of the fans haven't seen Candace play, but the thought of Candace with Mia Nixon, Nikki Green has to have you excited, and then the fans will be excited about that as well.
Oh, absolutely. We probably have one of the biggest teams in the conference, if not the country, when you talk about Candace Agee at 6'6", and Tori Waldner at 6'5", and Nikki Green at 6'4", and Talia East at 6'3", and then Mia Nixon at 6'2". What that group brings in terms of their size, their athleticism, their offensive and defensive prowess. I think we have a lot of combinations that we can put on the floor, and we have a lot of depth at that position. I'm really excited about Tori and Talia in particular, because now they've had a year of experience. Last year we called Talia freshman because she really didn't play her freshman year because of her injury. So our bench was 2 freshmen, and now they're a year older, and they're certainly more comfortable and more confident in being able to get out there and play. So our post group has the potential to be really dominant for us this year.
With that being said, in the increased size, will that change the way you approach game planning? I know you like to get up and down and run. Will that change things at all on that front?
Well, in some ways, but we're still going to get up and down. We're not slowing down for the biggins. They got to keep up with the ball. But certainly we will try to take advantage of our size. We will try to be more precise and intentional about getting the ball into our bigs and giving them opportunities to play to their strengths. But we're a team, and one of the things that we always talk about and we always emphasize is figuring out what our mismatches are and playing to that mismatch. So on any given night, it could be, our running game, it could be our three-point shooting, it could be our inside play. It'll just depend on what our advantage is, what our biggest and best advantage is on any given night.
Moving to the schedule, the non-conference schedule has plenty of challenges for you.
Absolutely.
At Texas A&M, at Miami, at UConn, to name a few of them. Talk about the overall non-conference schedule. What do you like about it?
Well, what I love about it is we get an opportunity to play against some of the country's best from different conferences. So when we get in the NCAA tournament and get into postseason play, we have an opportunity to have seen different conferences. We've seen one of the best teams in the ACC. We've seen one of the best teams in the Big East. We've seen one of the top teams in the Big 12. And that will help us in terms of advancing in postseason play. That's one of the things we wanted to accomplish in putting the schedule together is play a variety of teams from a variety of conferences so that when we get to postseason play and we see good teams from different conferences, it won't be the first time.
You touched on the maturity of your team. What are you expecting on that front with these road challenges? Are you expecting a different team than you've had in the past?
Well, not the team from last year, because we were a pretty good road team last year. So I hope to have that same team that shows up and goes on the road and plays with a certain level of confidence and certainty that you have to play with on the road. I think that this team is going to be a team that's not going to be spooked by anything. They've been through a lot of battles. They're a battle-tested team. In the 4 years, when you look at our seniors and your juniors, they played a lot of basketball. They played a lot of big-time games. They played a lot of tough games. We've come out on the top on some, and we've struggled on some. And I think all of those experiences should combine for us to be a pretty good road team again this year.
Between now and the first day of practice, what types of things will the team be doing to get ready?
Well, they're going to do a number of things. Number one, they'll definitely be in the weight room. And working on getting stronger and getting in conditioning, getting in shape for the first day of practice. They're in the gym on their own shooting. We'll do a little bit of individual work. With all those NCAA rules, some days you can have 4, some days you can have 5, some days you can have nobody. But within all those confines, they'll get in the gym and do a little bit of basketball work. But we're really focused on the first official day of practice is like October 2nd. And, that's when we'll really get to work. We're kind of making sure September is a time for us to stay, we call it, Brad calls it active rest. We're getting some active rest, but with the tour and the trip and, all those kind of things, we want to make sure we're rested and ready to go when October hits.
What has you excited about this group?
Their love for each other. Our chemistry is very high. They're a very close-knit team. They get along very well. They're fun. They're just a fun group to be around. If you're around our team for 5 minutes, you're going to be laughing and cracking up about something. I love coaching them. I love being in the gym with them because they're a great team to coach. And that intangible, that chemistry, that love for each other, I think is going to help make this year a special season for us.
Finally, Coach, what's your message to the fans? What can they expect to see in the BJC this winter?
Well, we have one of the most exciting teams in the conference, if not in the whole nation. We've got the best shooter in the country in Mackie Lucas here. We've got arguably one of the best centers in the country in Nikki Green, a fantastic freshman. Our style of play is incredible. It's fun to watch. So I think people are going to see, a very exciting team, a team that plays hard, a team that enjoys the game, and a team that they're going to have a lot of fun watching. So we want our fans to go on this journey with us and help us defend our Big Ten championship and make it to the NCAA tournament and go farther than we did last year. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it.
Coach, we greatly appreciate your time and best of luck this year.
Thanks a lot, Tony.